September 1st, 1989. Having a little more than a month left until giving birth to their second child, Mary and Jennings Delay's doctor ordered a routine sonogram. They were told that something wasn't right with their unborn child's kidney. After 8 more grueling days, they welcomed a beautiful baby boy, Patrick Jack, into their family. 6 weeks later, they finally learned that there was one kidney, and that kidney wasn't functioning properly. Doctors also informed the Delays that the kidney would most likely fail before Patrick became an adult. Patrick was a happy kid, despite the monthly blood work, sonograms, dietary restrictions, and studies. They treated his situation as a lifestyle and never focused on the unpleasant side of his illness. He spent his early years taking meds, seeing doctors, and enduring a few hospital stays. Still, Patrick remained happy. Fast forward a few years to middle school, where thanks to the a la carte cooking school, as well as Mary's emphatic encouragement for him to get a damn hobby, Patrick landed on his passion for cooking and he was hooked. His first summer job was with his sister Deirdre at the restaurant Coyote on Barnum Island. There he learned that there was so much more to feeding people than just cooking the food. What started out as bussing tables quickly turned into a love for the hard work and camaraderie of the kitchen. Work hard, play harder defined those Coyote kitchen summers. After high school, Patrick went on to study at the Culinary Institute of America to pursue his dream of becoming a chef. It was the summer of 2009 at the age of 20 when Patrick faced his biggest challenge. Renal failure finally caught up with him and he needed a kidney transplant. So he took a medical leave of absence from school, and thanks to Mary's donated kidney and their very good health insurance, Patrick got his kidney transplant. It was a tough road, but Patrick recovered, learned the ins and outs of post-transplant life, and went back to school. It's worth mentioning that among his tattoos is the memorial R.I.P. Billy the Kidney to mark the loss. Patrick dove back into school with a vengeance, but there was a different kind of happiness on his horizon. He met and fell in love with Rachel, a fellow CIA student. After graduation, they traveled the world together, chasing opportunities and experiences that would later define their individual cooking styles. Patrick ended up in South Florida, where he immersed himself in the local culinary scene and honed his craft. For 7 years, he worked 70-plus-hour weeks, learning from the very best, garnering accolades, write-ups in local publications, and nominations for Young Chef Awards.
What's cooking beside me is Executive Chef Patrick Delay. Thank you so much for having us today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So Patrick, can you tell us more about yourself?
And then Patrick's life took a left turn. In 2019, his health started to fail. Doctors tried everything they could to save his kidney, but the test results pointed to the inevitable, and in January 2020, Patrick started dialysis as his doctors prepared his body for another transplant. For any parent, it's a terrible thing to watch your child not only cope with illness, but confront their limitations and mortality. The last many months have been particularly difficult. Patrick's life in Florida has been uprooted, and he's currently living with his family in Long Beach while being treated at Columbia Presbyterian. The treatments have had awful side effects: migraines, gastric upset, body aches, and now dialysis 3 times a week. Throughout it all, Patrick has kept his humor and positive outlook. His family is heartbroken to see all his creativity and potential robbed from him while he fights for his life. Mary and Dennis's son has stood on his 2 feet his entire life and has never asked for anything more than the freedom to pursue the things he loves. But sometimes one must ask for help, maybe for a kidney or for a hand staying financially afloat while dealing with the much heavier parts of life. Patrick will never ask for that hand, so his family is here to ask for him.